Hey everybody, this is Blue. Well, I did one of those DNA tests through Ancestry.com and I got my results back and I am very happy with my results. Um, just little minor surprises and that's about it. But I wanted to, share this with you because I think this is wonderful, awesome news for me. And it all makes sense to me. I know a little bit of history and some migration patterns and all that. So to me, this all makes perfect sense. Now, I have always said that I'm Scotch Irish, but the fact is, I knew that I was at least 25% German because my grandma on my dad's side was a full-blooded German. Um, but I grew up being told not to talk about your German side. The reason why is um, historically the U.S. did have German prison camps in the United States from World War II. We had one or two camps in Iowa itself, and there was some resentment um, towards the German people in certain areas. And so my dad grew up in one of those areas. So we were always told to have a pride in our Scotch Irish side. In fact, my real name is Scotch Irish, is actually Scotch Gaelic, and that was one of the demands my dad made. He was scared that because of there being some resentment towards German people, he did not want me to go through any of that. So I thought that was an interesting part of my heritage and my history. But I learned that I have a little bit more dramatic in me than I thought because Norway and Sweden have both high German concentrations to it, obviously. And so when I went and I figured this out, I am basically 60% Scotch Irish and 40% German. Cool. Now I can still say that I am Scotch Irish, but I have to honor the German part too. I should honor the German part. But when you look at it, the main section where it says England, Wales, and Northwestern Europe, well, that covers such a large area. That also covers parts of Ireland and Scotland, so that doesn't change my Scottish Irish in any way, shape, or form. And there, of course, 14% Scotland and Ireland, so I'm absolutely cool with that. The thing that I find very interesting is actually the Norse and Swedish aspects of my ancestry. But again, it all makes perfect sense. During the age of the Vikings, there were many raids by the Vikings, which would be your Norse and some Swedish in there on the Scottish coast. And there were migrations, of course. And so there could be a couple Viking relatives in my bloodline, and that is just something to be cool about. So this is how mine worked out, and it was commented by a friend of mine, Zabora, that she found it odd that I didn't have one of those and 1% something else. And I thought about that because my better half, she had a 1% for Russia. But anyway, I just look at it, well, maybe my root heritage is Neanderthal because, they did in some degrees blend in with the Cro-Magnon man and the early Homo sapiens. And so maybe that's why I don't have that 1%. I am actually part Neanderthal. Hey, yes. Um, Also, the one thing I just did not like about their mapping is that they did not include all of Scotland. The very northern parts of Scotland are not involved in the Scottish Irish, which is kind of dumb to me. Maybe that is they actually have a subgroup for like the Picts and all that. But I just figured, maybe, just maybe, some of the Picts, if they are not a subcategory, is that odd 1% that just blended in perfectly with the Scotch and the Irish. Anyway, if you have done the Ancestry.com DNA test or that 23andMe one, do a video about it because I would really love to see your results. So anyway, like I said, this is just something I was happy about, and I try to share the positive in my life as well. So everybody, please take care. Be at peace.